2. Testing 1, 2. All right, good morning, everybody. Just want to say that I'm making this video not to down Anton, but to help the brother to see that maybe some of his behaviors, I know I'm not going to change his beliefs on anything, but the way he approaches different people may need some adjustments. And so we're going to go through his response to, because I was watching the lead attorney when he went in, excuse me, he called in twice to the lead attorney and he said what he said, got into it with the lead attorney, got into it with pocket watching with JT. And I felt like, so anyway, I just didn't understand why. I don't understand a lot of times why. And I think Anton's a smart guy, but he just doesn't use his smarts when handling different people. And I don't, and it gives him a bad look. It really gives him a bad look. So, but the bad part about Anton is, I don't know, man, he doesn't have anybody that's close enough that can actually get in his ear and say, hey, man, you're not making yourself look too good by doing what you're doing. I agree with this dude, BC. Hey, Anton, you petty as hell. You were out of line last night with the disrespect. I feel bad for laughing. Yeah, and so he was on another podcast. He was on another show on the Lapeef network, and really, he really just he devolved the whole thing. He turned it into a really ugly situation, and it was pretty much unwatchable after he was, behaving the way he was behaving. It was really a sad situation, man. And and they have a good product. They have a good product if they would just handle people differently. If he would just, I'm not saying don't disagree with them. Yeah, disagree with them. You got your beliefs. Nobody's trying to change your beliefs, but you got to watch how you handling people, man. You handling people in a way that shows the utmost disrespect, and then you expect them, like, for example, he had a brother on by the name of Hannibal on the live stream, and he disrespected this brother so poorly, and then he expected the brother to actually stay on the line to stay and take that. And what man is going to stay on the line with his family watching, with his probably his female partner watching, and friends watching? What man is going to stay there and take that kind of abuse? Because you was definitely abusing him, and it wasn't deserved, just because you disagree with him or you was upset with him for saying something that you didn't like. I thought a lot higher of you, Anton, and I really do. I think you have the intellect definitely to do better, but do you have the desire? That's the problem. Do you think you're so much better than somebody because you got more money in your bank account? Then so you don't have to have respect for people that don't talk like you or act like you or whatever, that willing to flaunt all of these different trinkets of money and having a big bank account. So you got the robe on and you got the shoes behind you and all of that, and that's really to me a low level of that's signals an identity problem there. And I hope, brother, that you don't take it the wrong way, and you take this and, man, maybe get some counseling, man. Maybe you got a issue that you need to deal with, man, because you feel like you somebody because you got them shoes back there, you got this robe on, and you at the Porsche dealer, or whatever. And to me, I feel like that's showing some signs of something. That's showing some signs of something, because dudes that really got their stuff together, man, they not coming online showing people that they're at the Porsche dealership, or they got Gucci robes, or they got shoes behind their back, or stuff like that. They're just not doing stuff like that. You know what I mean? But anyway, what do I know? You got millions of dollars, and I surely don't at this point. So I just got, you know, God's wisdom in me a little bit. So I'm trying to give it to you, brother. Not tear you down, but give it to you, brother, so you can use it because I think most people are happy for you. At least I am. I'm happy for you that you've been successful. What the problem I have is the fact that you feel like because you're successful, you are now in a position where you can start throwing rocks at other people, and just because you disagree with them. And I'm not telling you you can't disagree with them. Yeah, hold your beliefs, stand on your square, but you don't have to disrespect everyone because I don't think you would appreciate being disrespected yourself. But anyway, let's move on. Let's get into it. This is him. This video is him pretty much defending himself for disrespecting the brothers that he disrespected on the live stream the other night, plus how he got into it with the lead attorney and JT with pocket watching with JT.
That was on a Lapeef Let's Talk show, and he called himself Hannibal, right? But I sniffed it out right away. Y'all got to start giving y'all gifts some credit, and the gifts will give you it'll give you the insight into what to look for, and then you got to start paying attention and using all of the different things that you've developed over the years in order to start to sniff out what's really happening. What we sniffed out in real time, live, because people were.
Now he said we. I don't think anybody else was in agreement with what he was doing. When he was disrespecting his brother Hannibal, the way I saw it, maybe I had it back, maybe I had it twisted, but I didn't see anybody else in agreement with that. What I saw was them in fear of saying something to him about it, and that was scary. Cause I have many friends, but there ain't nobody I ain't too scared to say, hey brother, you stepped out of line with this situation. I don't feel like I don't want to be around somebody that I can't say that to. If you're the type of person where you can't be told, hey, you out of line, then you're not the kind of person for me, because you can tell me when I'm out of line. I don't have no problem with that. Anyway, let's continue.
Reveal themselves the longer that you sit with them, the longer that you let them talk, the longer that you pull that out of them. What we realized last night is that he came in.
He keeps saying we. I don't, unless somebody who see this, unless you can tell me, hey, everybody felt the same way that Anton felt. I did not see that in nobody. I saw that it was you, not we. It was you. But anyway.
With bad intentions. Why do everybody want me to be the bigger person? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Why do I always have to be the bigger person? No, I'm not.
You don't have to be the bigger person, brother. Just be respectful. I mean, I think you could be. You could be. You don't have to be. I mean, you can stay the person that you are, but the way you describe yourself and the way you behave is in conflict. And so that's what we're saying to you. Hey, if you're going to be like how you be, stop saying you're a Christian. Stop saying you trying to do right. Stop saying that. Just be like how you are. And, people would not. I think that's what most people are getting you for, is because you say you had these Christian values, yet you don't move like that. So we trying to say, hey man, there's a conflict here. Okay. If you say that you're a Christian, then I would think that you would be working as hard as you can to try to behave as such, where it would reflect in your behavior. But it's not reflecting in your behavior. So just stop saying it. You stop saying you're a Christian. Stop saying it. Stop saying it. Say, I'm working on being a Christian, or I'm not there yet, or something. But why? Because your claims of belief and your behavior are two different things. They don't reflect each other. And so that's what we're saying to you. That just that part of it. But anyway, let's continue.
Not that far removed. I will come and find you and figure out what it is. And this is one of the beauties of operating in your purpose is because I have no fear. I have no strings attached to me. I have no anything that's slowing me down as far as being able to highlight and deal with whatever it is that's in front of me. This is why I don't censor people, because a lot of people that has any size of a platform or has anything going for them or whatever is so worried about making a mistake or people finding them out and all of this other type of stuff. So I'm rare because I don't dodge smoke. I don't care how big you are. I don't care how small you are. The thing about me is that be careful what you ask for if you asking for the boogeyman. He came on the show. I wind up finding out that, see, one of the beauties about Lapeef Let's Talk, let me give y'all some insight. One of the beauties about Lapeef Let's Talk is that in order for me to really be able to put on the show that I put on for y'all on a weekly basis, I do some things. And one of the things that I do is I tell JR, do not tell me who you bringing on the show. Do not tell me who's going to appear. I don't even want to know if some of the reoccurring panel members are going to appear on the show, because it allows me to truly be in my element and operate in my purpose without any clouded things going on or any ulterior motives or agendas and things like that. I just have so much confidence in not only the gifts that God gave me, but in who got my.
Why you bringing up God? Why you bringing up God? If the lead attorney told you, hey, you said that the lead attorney, luck has nothing to do with it. If luck has nothing to do with it, blessings shouldn't have nothing to do with it, right? Right? It's just you. Like you said, it's just you by yourself, right? But you wasn't blessed to be born in this country. You wasn't blessed to have all those people die and have dogs sicked on them fire hoses so you could get in front of a camera and turn it on and make money. You just did it. Hey, this is all you by yourself, right? Anyway, moving on. I'm gonna move out of his because I just want to give him fair time to explain his position, and so that's why I'm letting him talk now. I want to really get into the meat of the situation.
My back, if y'all ain't figured that out by now, then it is what it is. I have so much confidence in blindly leading and going down this path that I'm going on that I'm willing to do, willing to cam up with whatever. So I let JR push whatever person onto the platform. And if you got ill intentions or you got meat, I'm going to catch you. I'm going to find you. I'm going to pull it all out of you. And so that's what you've witnessed last night. I spotted it early.
No, the brother Hannibal didn't have no bad intentions. You pushed him into having bad intentions. He came on the show. He disagreed with you. He wanted to debate with you, but in a righteous way. He wanted to. That's what I saw. He didn't really come in trying to be cause a problem or anything. He wasn't trying to start an issue. You provoked him. You provoked him by calling him sweetie and honey bun and all that. You provoked him. You provoked him. Like a woman would provoke somebody to slap her in the face. You provoked him and then call the police on him. That's what you did. You provoked him. And I think you should understand that. How long did you think that man was going to let you disrespect him and just sit there and let you disrespect him? Finally, he got tired of it. He just got off the line. He said, what am I doing here? This dude ain't that important where I'm going to sit here and let him disrespect me. Why would I do that? Right? But anyway, moving on.
I sniffed it out. I wind up finding out that was Kay's homie.
What difference does that make? That makes no difference at all.
And then we exposed him. We?
Who's we? You're the one that disrespected him. You're the one that kept showing the man the ultimate disrespect. You didn't know if his family, his children were watching. You're the one that disrespected him. So if he would have did you the same way and disrespected you the same way, and you pulled it out of him, he started being a little disrespectful too, because he felt that he had no option but to do that if he was to remain on the show, just to protect himself. he started being disrespectful too. But what he should have did is just dropped off the line. But see, he stayed on the line because he thought the situation could be rectified. He thought, man, maybe this dude is just playing a game or something, and he's gonna snap out of it. But you didn't. You was all on him, and you was very disrespectful to him, brother. If he was that disrespectful to you, I would have expected you to come at him just as harsh.
But we gonna get to that. I promise you, we gonna get to that. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to Buttercup.
That's what he was calling him, Buttercup. What man is gonna sit there? What real man is gonna sit there and let you call him Buttercup for 2 or 3 hours? I mean, and he ain't getting paid, and it's not what who. But I don't know, for some reason Anton thought something was wrong with him for not wanting to stay and participate in that abuse. I don't get it. What am I missing? I hope Anton will explain that. I must be missing something. There was something wrong with Hannibal for not wanting to stay and sit for that abuse for 2 or 3 more hours. Yeah, maybe it's me.
Shout out to the Patreon members. Let me tell y'all something. I love you guys so much. I love you guys so much. I love y'all. I love you.
Patreon people, listen to this. You are part of Anton's Patreon. Listen only to the money, the advice he gives about making money. Don't listen to nothing else, because if you listen to something else, you're gonna go wrong. And this guy knows how to make money, okay, and he knows how to make money in his particular situation. Okay, that's acknowledged. But when you listen to anything else, be very, very careful, because this man does not do it. Like, I know he can do it because he's definitely smart enough to do it, but for some reason he doesn't feel like he should be respectful, and he is going to taint information that he give you is going to be tainted. And when you do make that money, you'll be like him. He's gonna make you like another him, where you have no humility. You don't feel like because you got so much money in your bank account, or you got so many shoes sitting behind you, you can just be as disrespectful to anybody as you want to. And I don't think that's a good look. He's self destroying the Lapeef network. He is turning it into a Negro fest, where just people just shout insults at each other, and it's just ridiculous. They had a good product, and he's gonna kill it. He's killing it, but nobody over there is, I guess, feels like they're close enough to him to tell him, hey, you're killing the brand. You are killing the brand. But I think this man thinks he's bigger than the brand. So who cares if he kills it or not, right? He's just gonna do what he want to do. And like I said, man, I ain't trying to change Anton's views. Yeah, if you feel a certain way, yeah, you feel it, that's fine. But we should all have respect when we're speaking to each other, no matter what you feel, no matter what I feel.
You in the audience. I love my Patreon members. I think that y'all are absolutely awesome. I have so much love and respect for y'all. People was sending me cash apps all this morning. So shout out to y'all. Let me acknowledge one cash app that was pretty massive.
Wow. It's people sending you cash apps for the way you treated that, not only Hannibal, Freezy, and a couple of other brothers that came on the panel. On the live stream, you disrespected a bunch of them, and I feel like they sending you cash apps to do that. Wow. So just because you got money, you can mistreat anybody that comes in your path. I got it. They don't agree with you, or they say something you don't like. You therefore got the right to just disrespect them to the nth degree. And these people gonna pay you. They give you cash apps to do it. Wow. This world is really crazy, man. This world is really crazy. But, hey, I'm just saying, I think you're better than this, Anton. So You know, I do at least. Maybe other people, they like it. That's why they paying you to do it. They want you to hurt other people. They want you to be disrespectful. They want you to step on other people. Maybe so. Maybe so. But not me. I feel like you can express your views without devolving the situation into a serious. It's just crazy. Anyway, you know, and I'm talking and talking, talking. I really want to get into the meat of what you were saying to both of those guys. Let's get to it.
Skyler, I appreciate you. K Cooper, I appreciate you. Sergio, I appreciate you.
Let's move it. Let's move the needle ahead, man. Let's move the needle ahead.
So for me, if I got some time, which yesterday I was at the Porsche dealership. Shout out to Jermaine. I forgot what it's called, but it's in Ann Arbor, and you know we doing it. That's to come. We gonna talk about the big boy toys and all of that other type of stuff later. It's probably gonna go on the other channel. But one thing I like to do is when I go on their platforms, because I do check out their content from time to time when I have an opportunity, is to big them up. I participate in sending them super chats. I talk about, you know, how they are to be self.
Yeah, I do gotta give Anton credit, man. He sent the lead attorney, you know, $100 in a super chat, no problem. Bam, here it is. So I do see. That's what I'm saying. I ain't saying Anton's a bad guy, man. I just think he doesn't look at it the way he should. He don't look at things the way he should. That's all I'm saying, man. I don't think the guy's a bad guy or he's just an evil guy. I just think he's just in a mind frame where, you know, I did a video on Revelation 13, right? So it talks about the people there where they worshipped the beast. Then they made an image of the beast that the people worshipped. Well, what's the image of the beast? What's the image of the beast? The dollar, right? The dollar. That's the image of the beast. That's the image. Money, that paper money, that's the image of the beast. And if that's what you worship, I mean, if that trumps character, that trumps you know, respect, that trumps everything. The way you treat people is based on how many of those dollars or how many of those dollars they got to be able to maneuver. That means they get your respect. Then who you worshiping? Who are you worshiping? I mean, I'm just telling the truth. If I'm lying, then somebody come on here and tell me. And I welcome. I know Anton won't, and I'm not doing this so you can come on, Anton. I'm not doing this so you can come on my channel because there's no reason for you to do that. I don't have enough subscribers that it would even make sense for you to come on my channel. What I would like you to do is just see this and then start trying to at least respect your guests a little better and the people you talk to a little better. That's it, man. I'm being honest. I know if you came on my channel, it'll probably blow me up, but I'm not trying to do that. I'm not trying to get you to come on my channel or even bring me on yours. What I'm trying to do is trying to help you, brother. I'm trying to help you see it better. You know what I mean? I know I can't add no value to what you're doing. You're doing your thing, and hey, man, may God bless you to continue on the money tip. On it, everything else, I think you should fall back a little bit because I don't think you're mentally at the level where you can start giving out, you know, personal advice and you know, people advice about philosophical advice and how they should root themselves in under different understandings. I don't think you're there. You know, you got a 17-year-old marriage. That's great. That's good for you. That's good for you, and I'm happy for you, man, and happy for your family. But at the same time, that doesn't mean that you got the advice you're gonna give is gonna work for everybody. I don't think so. But I got 32 in, so you got 17, I got 32 in. So I got you beat by just a little bit. But anyway, let me let you continue where you at, because we're trying to move the needle so we can start dealing with the how you was treating these brothers.
celebrate it because there is good just as much as people need to acknowledge the bad, because I find that a lot of times people only want to highlight and do reaction videos to the bad. Very rarely do people actually do or give credit to people when they do good things. It's always
Yeah, you're right. Because we expect you to do good things. That's what we expect. When you walk into a room, you hit the light switch on, and the light comes on, you don't go to the phone and call the power company. Hey, you guys did a great job. The lights just came on. You expect the light to come on, right? Okay, those of us that are trying to walk like righteous people, we expect you to be righteous. We expect that you're going to do good. And sometimes you're right. We should acknowledge that things that you do. I try to, but you should acknowledge good things that people do. But when they way out of line, brother, when people are way out of line, somebody has to say something. If you don't say something, you don't really care about this person. Because if you cared about them, you would say, "Hey, you going too far. You know the cliff is coming. You're gonna waste yourself." But nobody's saying nothing. But if nobody says nothing to you, that says something about you. If nobody's willing to come to you and say, "Hey, brother, you out of line here," that's saying something about you. You got friends. You got people that's close to you. Really, if they was really close to you, they would tell you. Or they have a vision like their vision is blurry like yours. Which one is it? And what does it matter if you still gonna fall off the cliff? What does it matter? Anyway, you should acknowledge whoever. You don't take every breath you take, you say a prayer. Whew, thank you, oh God, for that breath. Thank you, God, for that breath. How many times in a day do you take inhale and exhale? And then you say a prayer after that? No, you don't acknowledge it because you expect that that's supposed to happen like that, right? Well, we expect you're supposed to do good. How many times do you get down and pray? You should pray for you should be praying for all kinds of different things in your life, right? Not just you personally, but I'm talking about all of us. We should all be praying for things that's happening good for us in our lives, right? How many times do you? How many times do you stop and say, man, God, I appreciate what the blessings I've gotten. Thank you. I understand. I don't have to be in this position. I could be in a whole nother position, but you have blessed me to hang on and keep my mentality strong so that I could be disciplined enough to do it, to get to where I'm at today. How many times do we do that? See, I'm not just saying it's just for Anton. I mean, Anton is pretty much on display now because of some of the stuff he's done. So that's why I'm addressing that. But that's all of us. We all should be thankful to God for stepping in to our affairs and making it so that we can get where we're going. Anyway, let's move on, man, because like I said, he came with some real drama. Anton came with some real drama, and I want to address some of the points that he was making. Anyway, let's move forward. All right, let's start here.
break it down on a macro level and then lead us into this micro level of nuance. And
So he's talking about the lead attorney, I believe, at this point.
the premise of his argument is that Anton, it's the same thing that everybody else says, is Anton is an anomaly and he just doesn't understand what these men are going through.
So the lead attorney came on and said, hey, you know what? Yes, hard work has a lot to do with it, but he said luck plays a little part in it too. Luck, and what he should have used, the word he should have used was blessing. A blessing. That's what he should have used. I don't think, but I think, and I told the lead attorney because I came on the show after Anton came on. I told him, I said, you know what? I think this guy thought that you was taking something away from his hard work, and he's right. He's proving it here. He's saying that he, because you put luck in the game, now some kind of way you taking away from the hard work that I did. So I told the lead attorney, I said, I think that's probably what his issue was. He didn't really see it the way you was laying it out. But anyway, let's continue.
I said, attorney, excuse me, objection, judge, objection. It's got to be something more than this. It's got to be something more than this. And so eventually I made my way home. I put on my Versace robe or whatever. And
Who cares what robe you put on, right? But that's what I mean, man. That's what I'm talking about. Like, that means something. Like, oh, now you put on this robe. Now, what does that mean? I don't see the significance of that. But I guess somebody like him sees the significance in putting on a Versace robe to get on a live stream and talk to the lead attorney. And the lead attorney gave him props for having a Versace robe. He gave him props for it. I wouldn't, because, like I said, to me that doesn't make any difference. But to the lead attorney, he was trying to, I guess, be a good host and just, keep the thing moving and jovial and everything like that. But I don't see the value in a Versace robe. I don't. But that's me. Anyway, moving on.
they was off on the price. Somebody was saying, "Oh, they $500. His robe was $600." Let me be clear. If you know anything about my robe, mine started at $1,000. I mean, it's not a big difference, but listen, get my prices right. Make sure that you value me appropriately. My robe started at $1,000, and the robes that I'm getting, one for every single day of the week, like I said, right? We going out to Somerset.
This dude is out of control, man. This dude is out of control, man. I feel bad for the brother, man, because he don't have nobody that could come to him and say, "Hey, Anton, man, you really, you're doing good. Your business is doing good. Everything's doing good, bro. But your personality, man, you need to dial it down a little bit, man. You're not showing the thankfulness that you should be and you show God thankfulness by being humble to his people. That's how you show God you thankful, by being humble to his people. You can't disrespect God's people and then say, God's with me. Yeah, it doesn't work. Well, it doesn't work for people that know the real deal. I know the real deal. Negroes that think you somebody because you got shoes behind your back and you got a $5,000 robe on. They're the one, or $1,000 robe on. They're the ones that's gonna be, wow, woo wee. They see your magic tricks and they go, oh wow, he can put shoes behind his back. He can put a $1,000 robe on. They see these magic tricks and they think, wow, this is a wizard. He got power. The only power you got, you guys never met this guy. So the only power you got is to get on screen with this stuff and tell you this and tell you that. And even if you can look it up and see it, so what? So what? So what? There's a man who had dusty feet and a dusty mule, and there's a whole book about, and millions and billions of people try to follow this man's logic, and he ain't have a dime, 2 dimes to rub between each other. So what does that mean? Who has made more of an impact? Anyway, let's continue, man.
Today we got to go get one for every single day of the week, and we're gonna get 3 additional. So we're gonna do 10 in total. We're gonna do the pink. I'm gonna show up with the pink robe, the white robe, the white and black robe.
Man, who cares? And good luck to, man. You know what? Most of us, man, have at it, bro. Do whatever you can do, man. Because you sure can't take that money with you. So hey, do what you can. Do what you want to do with it. That's not what we have the problem, man. We have the problem with your attitude to God's people, man. That's what we got. We got to. There's a problem there. There's a problem there.
Robe, the black one that actually costs $500.
Okay, let's
look like
get off
this, but it ain't this.
This is Negronomics right here. So let's get off of that, because only Negroes care about how much something costs and shit. That's just some nigga shit right there. All right, let's move on. Okay, now we're gonna get into the meat of it. Now he's gonna go through his thing with the lead attorney, and I'm gonna go through it with him.
So let's do this. Let's show a little bit of the footage, right? Let's roll the tape and see what we got here.
You're diminishing.
I ain't even got going yet.
Let me finish.
Fun.
Let me finish. You're diminishing my hard work. You're diminishing my talent. You're diminishing my sacrifice. What I said was the mark of intelligence is to be able to hold two competing thoughts in your head at the same time. Anton, you can absolutely be extremely lucky by being born abled, by being born in the best country in the world, by being born not during slavery times. You can have.
What our council is doing here is trying to diminish the hard work that Mr. Daniels put in order to try to justify the lucky argument.
See, I told, and that's exactly what I told the lead attorney when I went on there. If you go farther in this stream that he's talking about, I'm on there telling the lead attorney, then I think he thought that you was diminishing his hard work. You was some kind of way taking something away from the hard work. He did not understand that you wasn't taking nothing away from him. You were just including the fact that, man, even though you work hard, that there's a little bit of luck that's involved with almost everything, or not a little. We won't say luck. Let's use another word, because I think he took offense to the word luck. Let's use the word blessing. There's some blessing involved in that. There's some blessing intervention by God's power to help you one way or the other in the positive direction, to help you go with your hard work. So anyway, I told the lead attorney he thought that, but he just validated that right there.
Lucky argument when it comes to financial success, the lucky argument when it comes to being intentional when it comes to marriage, so on and so forth. Let's continue, ladies and gentlemen.
30,000 points of luck on your side. And at the same time, you can work harder than anybody else. You can.
Is that not impressive how he's able to bring us in? That's classic right there.
Work, more hours. You can sacrifice more than anybody else.
Let me say something also. When I hear people making their arguments, what's going through my head, because a lot of people are always looking at what my reactions are and things like that. What's going through my head is, oh man, this is food. I have so many different thoughts all going through my head at the same time because I'm trying to contain a lot of it within, because it's like, oh man, it's a hole in that part. It's a hole in that part. Oh man, I'm about to bring this together and break it down, so on and so forth. So a lot of times my facial reactions and things like that is just a reflection of the different things that's going on in my head more than what I'm reacting to as far as what the person is saying. But we'll continue.
Yes. I don't know if you saw this. This is why I talked about Michael Jordan.
I was watching the whole time. I was watching.
Michael Jordan worked harder than anybody else, sacrificed more than anybody else, and yet look at his genetics. He could jump out the gym. Everybody was talking about his hang time for years. No one is taking anything away from you, Anton. God damn.
See, he just told him, no one's taking anything away from you. But this dude wasn't having it. Anton wasn't having it, right? He said, absolutely, you are taking something away from me by bringing in saying that I have God's help on something. You taking something away from me.
Damn, at least acknowledge all of the benefits that you have.
Why is everybody always saying nobody trying to take any of my credit away, but then they're always trying to diminish exactly what it is that I did in order to become successful? Because
no, bro, nobody's trying to take anything away from what you did. What we're saying is, it's bigger than you. There's a God out there that's trying to help you. There's a God out there that's trying to help you, man. And we saying that instead of people just thinking it's just going to be just hard work. No, it's not going to be just hard work. It's going to be God is going to have to step in there for you, and you're going to have to ask for his help. Or maybe you won't have to ask for it and things will move for you. But if you ask for his help, he'll help you. He can help you, rather, I should say that. He can help you if it's his will to do so. For whatever reason, you was able to make the moves you was able to make. Okay, fine. That don't mean that everybody gonna be able to do that just doing what you did. Everybody might not be able to do that. That's what happens in a pyramid scheme, man. The person at the top says, "Hey, yeah, you can I'm making $100,000 a week, and then so everybody else tries to do it and it doesn't work sometimes. Not for everybody. So you got to have, You gotta be able to see the whole situation. And that's all the lead attorney trying to do is shout out to the lead attorney trying to get you to see the whole situation, brother. It's not just about hard work, because hard work does play a role in renting. This dude's an attorney, man, so he knows about hard work. He knows that you got to play hard work. But I'm sure he went to school with people. They start out with a bunch of lawyer people in the class, and by the last semester, probably 2 or 3 people that he started with are still going through the law program. Right? So this dude knows that it's more than hard work, and they work hard. They just can't get it. You know what I mean? So people know. But brother, I hope you understand, Anton, that there is God can offer you some help, brother. And you're not taking nothing away from somebody by saying God blessed you with this situation, and you took the advantage, you took the ball and ran with it. That's nothing. That's not taking anything away from you. Okay. All right.
Nobody is asking the question, hey, Anton, how did you do it? Or how are you successfully married? Can you give us the game? They're just trying to live in this victim Olympics as far as trying to justify that.
He keeps mentioning this victim Olympics. I don't know what this victim Olympics means. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. To acknowledge God acknowledging God is that you have had some help by the Creator is the victim Olympics. Okay. I just want to make sure we got a clear understanding of what he's saying.
Their argument, and I made this argument very early in him and I's exchange, where I said that, it's funny because he posed this analogy where I specifically am from a place where I just got lucky and I just found Rita and all of
No. He never said that. So now you're putting words in his mouth. He never said that. At least I never heard him say that. He didn't say that. He said luck has a place in it. He said it has a place in it. But he never said your whole career was based on luck only. He never said that. But once again, bro, you're using those wicked tactics to try to put words in his mouth, and then he ain't even here to defend himself. But that's okay, brother. I'm gonna do my best to try to open it. And I'm on the lead attorney side because he's right. If the lead attorney was wrong and the lead attorney could tell you, I felt he was wrong about something, I ran harder at him than I'm at you. So he'll tell you. It ain't about Brother Clarence ain't coming at you because he's my dude. I'm his dude. He is my dude, but that ain't why I'm on his team. I'm on his team because he's right. If he was wrong, if this situation was reversed, bro, I'd be going at the lead attorney. But I think I got a better relationship with him. I would hit him in an email. I would say, brother, you were wrong. You stepped out. The way you treated Anton was way wrong. He knows it. He'll tell you. So anyway, let's move on.
This other type of stuff, right? And that I just don't understand on a macro level all the way down to a micro level of how men are suffering out in these streets. And so as a result, it's not good for me to talk about marriage in a positive way because...
No, he didn't say that. He didn't say that. Once again, you're putting words in his mouth. What he's saying is, you have to pepper it with the fact that, understand that you have to be moving a certain way and you have to have a certain amount of God being on your side. And you should at least acknowledge that part of it so that maybe people that's listening to you will try to get a better understanding of how they can have good things happen in their life by connecting with the Creator. I think that's what he was trying to say to you, but he was saying it in a trying to put it in a spiritual light, make it spooky. But I'm just telling you. Although lead attorney's a grown man, I'm sure once he hears this situation that you putting out, he's going to respond. Knowing him, he's going to respond. Anyway, and maybe you two guys can sit down and hash it out, in a way where you guys can agree to disagree. Anyway, moving on.
Because so many people have suffered, and then I made the argument on the other side of the fence, and I said, okay, cool. I like that argument. Good job, attorney. But what I'm noticing from you is that you're doing the exact same thing that I'm doing it from, but on the opposite end, right? Because I operate out of a mindset of abundance, what I see from you is operating from a mindset of duress. Because he framed his whole argument by highlighting his background and how he's seen this and so on, seen that. And
but he's framing his argument out of responsibility. See, you ain't been in that family court watching dudes literally break down on those pews. You ain't been in there. You ain't been in there with dudes fall down crying because they can't see their children. You ain't there when them dudes got to move in with their mama because they got to pay $1,000, $2,000, $4,000 a month child support. You ain't there when these dudes are talking about, leaving this earth for good because it's just so overwhelming, the reality of the situation. See, you ain't there. You ain't there for that. You talking out of the FU mindset. Well, if that happened to you, F you. See, but this man got to walk into that courtroom every day and talk people out of committing suicide. He got to talk people out of doing harm to the other side. He got to talk them out of quitting their job. He got to talk them out of, this man got to talk them out of that stuff. He got to talk the family members out of going out and hurting other people. I mean, this man got to do a whole bunch of, so he's seen it from a whole bunch of different perspectives, man. That's all he's saying. It's not that he ain't operating out of abundance mindset. He's just saying that, man, it's irresponsible to tell people, oh, just go out there and do it. No. You got to tell them, hey, look, man, you got to have this kind of perspective from the beginning so that you can weed out the people that you know that's not right. But I don't like how Anton tried to put words in the lead attorney's mouth or anybody's mouth. He did the same thing to Hannibal, and he did the same thing to that dude Freezy, and you did it a lot. But anyway,
he almost was married again, and he's seen so many people
He wasn't almost married. He was married.
Get taken to the cleaners and so on and so forth. And it was interesting because what I've noticed in him is a form of PTSD. His inability to even be able to have the conversation from an authentic space.
Wait a minute. How was he unable to have it? He was very able to have it. He was authentic. I mean, the guy has the experience. So I don't know, man. I'm just an observer, and I didn't see the lead attorney get into a place where he was out of line and disrespectful and not able to hold a thought and wasn't able to express himself. Yeah, he got a little animated, but that's him. Those of us that watch him all the time, we know that's him. He's going to get like that every once in a while. But that doesn't mean he wasn't able to hold a thought. I mean, he was still rocking and rolling. That's the way I saw it, at least.
Right? From a place of even being able to see the cup half full, because he's so mired in the fact that he's operating under duress and everything is against him and the world is against him and the boogeyman is around the corner.
Wait a minute. He didn't say none of that. What are you talking about, Anton? He didn't say none of that. He didn't say none of that. The man is literally trying to put himself out of business by giving people the game so they won't need him. He ain't like no doctor. Doctors ain't trying to put themselves out of business. They give you more medicine, they have you coming back. This man is literally trying to put himself out of business. Telling you, hey, this is how you should approach things so you don't have to come and see me. What other person is doing that? What other business person is doing that? Is literally trying to put themselves out of business.